Welcome guys. In this video I will write the Python program for the 6th exercise of chapter 10. This is the patient charges exercise. This exercise says that write a class named patient that has attributes for the following data: first name, middle name and last name, address, city, state and zip code, phone number, name and phone number of emergency contact. The patient class init method means the constructor should accept an argument for each attribute. The patient class should also have assessor and mutator methods for each attribute. Assessor and mutators are getters and setters method respectively. Next, write a class named procedures that represent a medical procedure that has been performed on a patient. The procedure class should have attributes for the following data: name of the procedure, date of the procedure, name of the practitioner who performed the procedures, and charges for the procedures. Then the procedure class init method should accept an argument for each attribute. Mean that procedure class constructor should accept an argument for each attribute. The procedure class should also have assessor and mutator methods for each attribute. Next, write a program that creates an instance of the patient class initialized with the sample data. Then create 3 instances of the procedure class initialized with the following data: procedure 1, procedure 2 and procedure 3. And at the end, program should display the patient information about all the 3 of the procedures and the total charges of the 3 procedures. Let's write the program. So create a class patient and initialize and create a constructor to initialize patient details. Takes in the patient personal details and initialize them as the private attribute. So def init, this is the constructor of the class. First name, middle name, last name, address, and city, state, zip code, phone number, emergency contact name, emergency contact phone number, these are the arguments of the constructor. And in the constructor, create private attribute for first name self dot underscore underscore first name. This double underscore before the name of the attribute indicate that this is private attribute and cannot be accessed outside of the class. first name and set this equal first name. Similarly, self dot middle name and set this equal middle name. Self dot underscore underscore last name and set this equal last name. We are initializing the attribute in the constructor method using the constructor. After the last name, the next attribute is address. Self dot address and set this equal address. After the address, the next is self dot city. Set this equal city. Self dot state. Similarly, self dot zip code. Self dot phone. After this, self dot emergency contact name and set this equal emergency contact name. Now create another attribute, private attribute for emergency contact phone. Emergency contact phone and set this equal emergency contact phone. This is the constructor of the patient class. After the after defining the constructor of the class, now define the getters methods for this patient class. First of all, define a getter method for first name. Get first name. Def get first name. Sorry, define getters method outside of the constructor. Here return the first name attribute value. Similarly, define the getter method for the middle name. And return the value stored in the middle name attribute. Similarly, define the getter method for the last name. and return value stored in the last name attribute. After this, define the getter method for the address attribute, and in this method return the value stored in the address attribute. Similarly, define the getter method for the city, get city, and this will return the value stored in the city attribute. Similarly, define the getter method for the state. So get state, and this will return the value stored in the state attribute of the class. After this, define the getter method for the zip code, get zip code, and this will return the value stored in the zip code address. And at last, define the getter method for the get phone, and it will return the value stored in the phone attribute. After this, define a getter method for the emergency contact name, get emergency contact name, and this will return the emergency contact name. Self dot emergency contact name. Similarly, define another getter method for emergency contact phone, and this will return the emergency contact phone number. Self dot underscore underscore emergency contact phone number. So here I have defined the getter methods for all the attributes of the patient class. Now I have to define another class. I have to create another class, that is the procedure class. So create a class procedures, and in this class create a constructor to initialize procedure details. Def init takes in procedure details such as name, date, practitioners, and charges. So name, date, practitioner, and charges. And store the procedure name in the private attribute name. So create a private attribute name self dot underscore underscore name. This underscore double underscore before the name of the attribute indicate that this attribute is private and cannot be accessed outside of the class. Create another private attribute date and set this equal date. Similarly, create the attribute for practitioner, set this equal practitioner. After this, create another private attribute for charge and set this equal charge. This is the constructor of the procedure class. After this, defining the constructor, define the getters methods for the attributes of this procedure class. So first of all, create a getter method for the name, def get name, and this will return the name of the procedure. Self dot value stored in the name attribute. After this, define another getter method for the date, get date, and this will return the date of the procedure. Similarly, define another getter method, get practitioner, practitioner means the name of the person who performed the procedure on the patient. This will return the data stored in the practitioner attribute, and define one more getter method for the charge attribute, and this will return the value stored in the charge attribute. These are the getter methods for the procedure class. Now I have to write the main program. And in main program, create an instance of the patient class with sample data. Let's create patient create the object name patient and set this equal patient class patient constructor with the name first name Muhammad. So you can type these information with the attributes. So here come to next line and type first name is equal to Muhammad, middle name is equal to Asif, last name is equal to Khan. Address, what is the attribute for address? Address is equal to, here is some mistake, here address is equal to Miawali, Punjab, Pakistan. Here we are missing the comma. Next, the city. City is Samas or Miawali. After this, state, Punjab, and then come to zip code. Zip code is 22,200. And after this, phone number is 0302 something. Then the after this, emergency contact name. This is, let's say, Sajid Khan, and the emergency phone number is 0301 601 4567. This is the emergency contact number, and this is the constructor initializing the values of attributes. For the patient object, now create three instances of the procedure class with the given data. These represent different medical procedures performed on this patient. So come here, create an object. Sorry, write this in main function. Now create three objects of the procedure class. First of all, create an object procedure 1 and set this equal procedure constructor with the name physical exam. Date, '17, 11, 2024. Type in double quotation marks, and after this give the practitioner, that is Dr. Asif, sorry, Dr. Irvine, and charges are $250. Now create the object procedure 2 and set this equal procedure constructor with the name of the procedure X-ray, on date 17/11/24. Name of the practitioner is Dr. Jamison, and price is charges are $500. Similarly, create procedure 3. Set this equal procedure. Name of the procedure is blood test. Date is 17/11/2024. Name of the practitioner is Dr. Smith. And charges are $200. Now display patient and procedures information. So first of all, display patient information. Print patient print name of the patient. Name is patient.getName. Sorry, here get patient dot get first name, comma patient dot get middle name, comma patient dot get last name. This will display the first, middle and last name in the sequence. After this, print address. Here type patient dot get address. After this, print phone number, patient dot get phone. Similarly, print emergency contact name, patient dot get emergency contact name. After this, print emergency contact phone, that is patient dot get emergency contact phone. This will display the patient information. Print new line, and now display the procedure information. Print procedure 1 information. Print procedures information. First of all, print the information of procedure 1. So print procedure 1 1 कौन सा है? Which is the procedure 1? Procedure 1 dot get name. After this, print date and print the date. Procedure 1 dot get date. Similarly, print practitioner page procedure dot procedure 1 dot practitioner get practitioner, and at last get the charge of the procedure 1. So print charge procedure 1 dot get charges. Similarly, here print the new line after the each procedure information, and copy this and paste for the second procedure. Procedure 2 dot get name, procedure 2 dot get date, procedure 2 dot get practitioner, procedure 2 dot get charges. Similarly, type for procedure 3 dot get name, procedure 3 dot get date, procedure 3 dot get practitioner, procedure 3 dot get charges. And at last call the main function and run the program. Let's run the program. There is an error. Print is not defined. Okay, online number 79. There is spelling mistake. Now run the program. And it displayed patient information, name Muhammad Asif Khan, address Miawali, Punjab, Pakistan, phone number, emergency contact name Sajid Khan, emergency contact phone number, and then it displays the procedure information. Procedure 1, physical exam, date 17/11/24, practitioner Dr. Irwan, charges $250. Procedure 2, X-ray, date 17/11/2024, practitioner Dr. Jamison, charges 500. Procedure 3, blood test, date 17/11/24, practitioner Dr. Smith, charges $200. There is a date mistake. You can correct it in the program. You can run again, and now it displays the correct result.